Tá muito alto. Ok. Aliás, deixa eu tentar adicionar ele. Consigo. Aqui consigo ver os drops que temos. Foco em tela cheia. Adicionar Screen Capture aqui. Eu preciso deste cara aqui, o Arumba.
Alright, are we even near the... Okay, there's some over here. Why are we doing this at night again? It's like... We just keep... Oh, that tank's about dead! No, don't go down below, Stark! We just keep on seeming to go out in the middle of the night. I don't know why we do this to ourselves.
Deixa eu ainda tá muito alto pra mim, eu quero poder escutar.
I can't see. It's too dark.
Ok, a voz dele baixa aqui um pouquinho. Tá. O stream dele vai ficar aqui na esquerda.
Hey guys, I brought friends.
E eu vou estar aqui.
Okay, I can see now. I can actually see the damn things. Cool.
Aqui sem estragar a imagem.
Ramming speed.
Beleza. Ainda não estamos dropando frame. Que bom. Tá.
That's actually quite a few.
Factorio.
Where's our flamethrowers?
Eita, fizeram
Come, play with us. No, no, no! Ah! Don't hit me!
Pra saída. Mas não dá pra sair? Mas deve ter um caminho de saída. Deixa eu ver. Tá por aqui, vai pra lá. Meu Deus do céu.
What are all these tanks for? We're just trying to push back the borders right now. Is it helping? Our base, our in-base players are
Tem uma saída.
Are we at least maybe seeing a little bit less of an attack?
No.
From some of the other directions, or are we just kind of aggravating them, making it worse?
No, vai pra lá.
Alright, it's day. We're burning daylight, boys. Let's go. Cannot waste this time. This is the only time of day we can actually see what the hell we're doing. Alright, we're gonna blow that hole up right here.
Cansei desse mês. Será que eu consigo sair? Mas não deixa eu tirar. Ah, peraí, sai. Como é que eu cheguei aqui? A data. Achei que eu consigo sair.
So many.
Ou não? Onde é que sai? É pra lá. Vai vir pra aqui. Ah, tá. Isso. Beleza. Cartão de boas-vindas. Ok, estamos na fábrica da Factorio.
Lasers pierce all armor. Laser damage cannot be resisted, so laser turrets might be one of our better options for actually killing the big behemoths right now.
Cadê eu? Aqui tem.
They take a little bit of work because they've got 3,000 health, but they do pierce it. So shit, there goes all those laser turrets. Crap. Whose idea was that?
Por aqui. Esse cara é o único que não tem nome, né? Deve ser eu. Tá aqui. Ó, nesse
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry, Mr. Cardrag. That was not my intent. I'm so sorry.
Ó, essas coisinhas que estão vendo.
I feel really bad now.
É isso daqui. E olha
feel so bad.
Deixa...
Shit.
Tira o nome dos jogadores.
Are you mad at me? Are you mad? Please don't be mad.
Assim tem muita coisa na frente. Enfim, essa fábrica aqui já tá um lugar gigante. Esse é um jogo com uma linha de montagem enorme.
Absolutely, that's the immediate thought. Is
oh hey, absurdo quanto
we just accidentally murdered him.
Jogo quando você olhou, passou
Can you do a beer run? I mean, since you're out, could you like bring some beer?
É muito bom daí ter um multiplayer que cada um faz uma coisa, pois realmente é muito trabalhoso de construir nesse jogo.
What do you guys think? We should probably power these lasers again. Also, those are not powered. Does anyone have a... Oh shit, I almost blew that one up. Does anyone have a big electric pole or something?
Vamos ver se a gente acha o Arumba.
Gotta reconnect these.
Ali pelo mapinha ele tá na esquerda.
Here, there.
Pelo mapa ele tá à esquerda, então tá aqui nesse grupo.
Quick, we're burning daylight! We gotta go.
Arumba, Belarus. É um desses caras.
Blue Stark, we have a lot of ammo I'm putting into the tank's cargo hold right now if you want to use it. It's piercing rounds. It's not super effective against most of them, but I get the impression you know how to man a gun.
Tá, vamos pra batalha. Hoje não vamos cuidar da fábrica. O Ox não tá fazendo diferença.
Landmines, nice.
Não dá pra ver nada. Mas eu tenho que...
My goal, I'm basically I'm in lead tank position right now. I'm just trying to circle the base and pull all of their attention so that the rest of the tank team can just get the undefended bases. Just path right through them and just kill the spawners. So we'll just keep doing circles, you know, pulling them around us. Yeah, that worked pretty well. This whole base is pretty much done.
Não consigo pegar nada.
We're quite low though. We can't take lead position here anymore. We gotta back out. Again, we gotta repair again. It's also nighttime now. We have flamethrower? Okay. We got some flamethrowers up here. Come on, create some fire. Create an inferno for them to run into. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! There was a big guy and we ran into him and then our tank blew up. Our tank blew up! I'm gonna die. The tank is dead! The tank blew up! Damn it! I'm sorry, Blue Stark. That was my bad. Yeah. There was a surprise big biter guy that took out all the rest of our health. You can grab armor and upgrades now. Need more engines for more tanks. Man, that's a big loss. Those tanks are so freaking expensive. Arumba, can you get some beer? Yeah, sure. Let me get some beer for you. I just gotta find some armor and stuff first. We actually have a fair bit of tech now. We actually have power armor tech, but I'd rather not build that because it sounds pretty expensive, and for every player to build one would be a lot. I like this new accepted equipment interface. I remember when they added it, but I haven't played it since they added that to the game, so that's quite nice. Do not want to spend resources on portable solar. That is really expensive. We have another desync. Poison capsules are really nice for killing trees, and they're pretty good against biters. They don't do anything to biter spawners, though. Has anyone messed around with slowdown capsules? Are those any good? And defender capsules are a complete waste of resources, right? I'm pretty sure. Distractor ones are the ones that we would potentially want to use. What about if we had enough upgrades? Could we actually make defender capsules okay? Where are the cliff bombs? They are just right above. Here, follow me. Here, there you are. They're right up here. They're right next to the top of this iron furnace column area. Right here. Mr. Cardrag, over here. You went too far. Southeast, southeast, east, east, right here. Right there. The blue ones. Do we have ammo? Oh, modular armor. Why, thank you. Whoa. Who gave this to me just now? That's pretty well upgraded. Couple energy shields. Very impressive. Thank you.
Material para munição. Tentando falar com o Arumba, mas ele não responde.
And I think modular armor actually increases inventory size too, doesn't it? Yeah, sweet. Now I get to carry around all kinds of garbage.
Não posso fazer craft?
Oh, I see. Okay, so someone has upgraded the tank production, the tank round production here quite a bit. So we're getting serious. Sonopard, thank you for working on all this.
Aqui na ciência, que bom.
We got explosives now. A lot of them. You just need some power lines. I don't have any resources. I can't build anything. I gotta go to the mall.
Munição, tá aqui. Não tem tanta munição assim.
Modular armor is actually automated. Holy crap.
Aqui tem turrets?
That's surprising.
Aqui. Vai pra lá.
Uncapped energy shield production? That sounds kind of maybe bad, like a bad idea.
Isso é bom. É bom ter. Se eu colocar ele já vai encher.
Yeah, I need like some basics, like some electrical poles would be alright.
Esse azul é algum modo que não precisa.
I kind of wish you would not spawn with a stupid
não dá
pistol.
Pra construir os materiais.
Where does that pistol come from? Are we just like born with a pistol in our hand? Like how? Where does that come from? Explain that. How are there no medium electric poles in this area? Where are the medium electric poles? Who built this factory? This factory's so disorganized. Someone needs to make this factory more organized. Quick. Quickly. Make the entire factory more organized. Go. I'll be back in 5 minutes. There we go. Finally, I found... Alright, there they are.
Cano pode ser bom também, pode usar como segundo muro. Mineradoras. Posso com a encher? Pega umas 8, tá bom. Tô indo no meu mercadinho. Mas não, vamos já tem bastante. E torre também, gravado também. Eu quero uma armor. Onde é que tem armor?
Okay, I have actual resources now. And as I kind of expected, we seem to be completely out of copper now. Now that iron production has been consistently going up.
Opa, landfill.
We've been at a peak lately.
30.
The 10-hour chart, we are definitely doing all right, maintaining our outposts. We're doing about 17k a minute right now. But we need more copper now. Perhaps we should do some effort, put some effort into optimizing the copper feed lines and making sure that we've got... Like this one is definitely subpar. It's not getting enough. It's a single yellow belt coming in, but it's a 24 furnace column setup. That's why the back half is off, which is why this belt's kind of low. Also, I think a big difference here is we got
armor. Opa,
we have a red belt, red belt, 4 belt iron. We have a bigger version of copper, but it is yellow.
Eu preciso achar agora açúcar para fazer os explosivos. Eu preciso achar é uma arma melhor que a pistola. Ou eu vou mandar fazer um lugar aqui.
If I could start a brand new factory, I wonder if I would do these complicated belt balancers anymore. I'm curious, what do you guys think in Twitch chat or in game? If you guys are listening on the Arumba broadcast in Discord, who here has started a new factory on this version with the priority splitters? And if you have, what do you do differently? Do you do any of these like X to N splitter ratio balancer things that people have used for ages and ages?
Pega mais, não é a armadura em si.
You'd rather have 10% of everything?
Porque não tá produzindo.
I like the idea of fully consuming one belt and then being like, oh, okay, that one belt is now fully consumed. I should make another new belt. Instead of saying it all runs kind of okay-ish.
Veste. Ok. Tá.
They keep the materials going everywhere, not getting stuck as much.
Baterias.
I say that and then Twitch chat thinks we should restart. Is there any troubleshooting in why my game won't connect to his server? Well, it's hosted on Steam, so if you can't connect, it's got to be a firewall issue on your end. You need to open up your ports, most likely on your router. And if you are familiar with router settings, you could just enable DNS on your router for your IP, and then you would be able to connect to just about anything. But there's risks with that as well.
Portable solar panel.
I'll admit, I kind of think it might just be time to upgrade to red belt on some of the bus, since we're kind of committing to a small bus. We've just expanded so much around it that wasn't the original intent to only use one side. How did this happen? We've got all this down here and all this up here. We can't expand it now. There's too much science here. We gotta go to red belt. Your stream title says out on 16.17. Does it?
Red science.
Oh. I blame William for that. Because I had said it properly and then it was changed.
Aqui tá cheio. Aí vai pra cá. Deixa eu pegar tudo que eu puder. Larga direto lá na fábrica. Aqui. Precisa de 5 painéis solares e 5 steel plate. Painéis solares agora que tá faltando.
Alright. Remember, we can move science, dash rebuild a cleaner build elsewhere and do it with ratios and whatnot in mind.
Solaris.
Of course. I mean, we can.
The stream says 0.1619 Arumba, not 17. Unless someone changed it.
I did. I corrected it as soon as they said something.
Oh, it is on 0.17? Oh, I was told it was on 0.19. I don't know. There's too many versions of this game.
I'm not sure what we're on. I've lost it. Just say latest experimental. Then we don't have to worry about it. Because that's what's enabled right now. Okay, so if we have 4 yellow, let's just upgrade this to 2 red.
Começando a carregar a bateria. Por enquanto tira esses shields. Só carrega a bateria.
Alright, 4 yellow becomes 2 red belts, which is kind of... Like, why don't we just, like, I don't like this thing anymore. Like, I don't want it. I just don't want it. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna say output priority on the right. This just seems so much simpler to me. just use these new splitters.
Só mais já enche a filinha.
There, done, sorted.
Okay. No.
This doesn't need to be there. It just needs to be yellow up until the red splitter. If you have 2 fully saturated yellow belt coming in, and then we just get rid of that.
Começou a aparecer pixel. Tá bom.
That consolidates into a single red.
Que o Arumba tá vendo?
I'm gonna break this whole thing and make somebody very upset, but it's also gonna be very, very simple, at least in my mind. Unless, of course, there's no copper. But if there's no copper, then that's the issue. It's not the issue of the splitter and the balancer. It's just there's no copper. I mean, just look at all this stuff. I mean, it's just crazy. It's so crazy, isn't it? Seems so freaking complicated. We desynced someone else, probably because we were messing with priority splitters.
Deixa eu ver lá no mestre se alguém falou. Ah, não pega aqui. Ah, que se tem, não vai parar de. Deixa eu ver se ajusta.
Alright, so we have 4 full yellow coming in, which becomes 2. I'm not sure why this one was going down here, but I mean, we have 4 full coming in here, so let's just have this guy. Trying to feed this top half up here now instead. ZTX is desynced again. And then we look at this. There was one right here, and now there's another big, huge, like splitter, crazy balancer, just all over the place.
Cobre. Vai pra cá. Cá e pra cá. Todas essas fornalhas fazendo cobre. Daí aqui desce o cobre processado. Provavelmente no começo ia direto para essas fábricas, né?
I don't even know how to like parse what is this all of this is doing. Like there's just only 1, 2, 3. There's just 3. There's only 4 things that are actually drawing copper off this. Why is this so complicated? It just does not seem to me like it needs to be anywhere near this complicated. Don't touch my spaghetti. Oh, jeez. Alright, I'm still not quite sure what this is all doing. This first thing that's being pulled off, there's a little bit not being consumed, right? Full red coming in, a little bit not being consumed. But this feeds like green circuits. That should be running nonstop. For whatever reason, green circuits are not being consumed. Why in the hell do we have extra green circuits? There's got to be something that can use these green circuits. Like, we should be using these non-stop.
Perdemos splitters.
That's really kind of surprising. I know that people like to do this because it in the past it used to improve performance, right? But with the updates that they've made to the game, this is not really necessary anymore. And it really makes it hard to tell what the hell's going on. Especially when you have like a bunch of them going one way and then the other one's going the other way. Like, I much prefer this. And this, and this, so you can actually see what's happening, versus just lots of underground belt. Okay. Until the feeds become red, I don't know why we need to upgrade to 4x4 here. It's not going to be enough. Like, we only need to use 4 yellow condensed into 2 red. Like, we could just, you know, put the priority output here. And you can see clearly that 2 become 1. Like, it's just 2 to 1. With apparently 1 extra every now and then for some reason. Red belt at copper plate output. I gotta admit, we have a lot more resources available than I expected. Like, look at all these green circuits. That's a lot. It's crazy. Those things were in such short supply for so long. So this is a holdover, I think. This setup here is supposed to pull off a full yellow belt of copper plate from a bus, and then leave it with a little bit less. Couldn't this whole thing just be replaced by something like this in the new system, where you just prioritize it in a cascade? Unless you don't want to consume all of it. I guess that comes back to that. Like, if your goal is to just bleed off a little bit, some percentage of the resources, then this still makes sense. But if your goal is to provide as much copper to the consumer that's right here as possible, like whatever you have available, which is kind of the way I would prefer to do it, I would just do a cascade of priority splitters right here. And then if I don't have enough for stuff further down, well, rather than just make this thing perform crappy and so let this thing perform crappy, I'll go get more copper. You know? WTF with all the engine/steel line. Engine/steel line. You mean this right here? We got engines, or... Yeah, the lights are still turning off way too early. We need a lot of engines because we do, and I think they're used for science or something down here. Can't tell what any of this stuff is. I also can't tell how saturated it is because when you make it all underground, you just can't see anything. You can't see if this is doing a good job or a bad job. Like, does it need to be 2 red belt? I don't know. Because it's all underground. Looks like no, 100% definitely does not to be all red belt. Looks like at best we've got about 1 red belt worth of gears here. At best. And that's not even close. Arumba, please just hack apart that spaghetti. It's also pointless. Well, at least there's one person that agrees with me. Oh, just for fun. I want to see if I can make one of these things work. That I heard there's a thing you can do, which is quite interesting, I think. I need 2 saturated unique feeds. I'll just do it at the end of the bus so I don't mess with anything. So let's pull some copper. Let's pull some iron. Apparently you can do, like, little swapperoos with things. So, if I create a filter for
hoje não vou ficar falando muito em português, eu tô mais
copper,
escutando Arumba e quase quiseram me banir do...
Oh, I see. So you can't prioritize both. I thought maybe I could do, like, copper on the bottom and iron on the top and, like, swap these 2. But that does kind of work like that. Okay, so... iron? Haha, that's cool, it works. I like it. I don't know why I'm entertained by things like this, but this is neat. This is neat.
Deixa eu chegar aqui. O que tá fazendo?
Another person agrees as well. Fresh start. Wow. I agree as well. Bring order to the spaghetti heathens. Fresh start. We're like 15 hours in. This is so much work, so much labor. Like we can't possibly just start over. No, we're committed at this point. You don't like the spaghetti? Connect and fix it. Like there's room for more bus here, and someone, I don't know, like none of this needed to be red belt here in the first place, because there's just not enough iron gear production to make it do anything. Crap, my inventory's full. Somehow I picked up all these solar panels. Why do I have so many solar panels? Where'd these all come from? I did not do this. Damn it. The worst part of this game is the first few hours. Logistic trash slot to free up some inventory quickly. Arumba, build a factory to build a factory. Perhaps not a restart, but a reorganize from the very beginning. Oh, we could do that. We could just, like, find the westernmost train track and then just get some resources on a train and just go west and build a new factory away from all this noise. I feel like this thing is old now. This is the old way of doing things, and it's at odds with these new priority splitters, and either more experimentation or more personal experience before I know for sure if this is even a thing that needs to exist anymore. Because, like, just look at this. Like, what does this thing do? Is it balances the lanes. It doesn't balance sidedness of the lanes, which a splitter can't do. These new priority splitters can't do. So this is doing nothing really, not really, any better than just a cascade of priority splitters. Just bam, bam, bam. And if anything, this is just kind of, it just seems pointless to me now. I feel like if you had a bus of iron and all you did was just use these priority splitters, and at every point you just said, everything go here, everything go here, everything go here. At some point, there wouldn't be any more iron, and then that would be where you would go get more iron. And, you know? Why add new production blocks to your bus if there's no raw input? If the input can't be supported, you know? Well, I gotta say the factory is running really well. Seems highly productive. Is it sulfur? I was not happy to see the desyncs, but this whole thing is about the exact same as the iron one was a second ago. But look at the iron one now. Like, the iron's just one split off, bunch of priority splitters, and then we're back to multiple of these things in a row. One here, an old splitter here. In fact, I don't really even know what this thing doesn't even look like it's connected anymore. It's wired up over here. I don't have any green wire. Damn. I know where it is, but it's so far away. You agree to start a separate factory with new patterns so people can update their blueprints. I think it's going to pretty radically change the way that people build bases. I'm just gonna rip it all up, and let's see how it does without any of this. This exists no longer. Our goal is to provide 2 full belt to that with the new system. Let's see how hard it will be to do that. We'll go like 1. We'll start like this.
Onde tem concreto? Acho que não tem concreto aqui.
Actually, it looks like it is supposed to just be 1.5, which seems kind of strange. So we could do the same thing where, Well, my opinion would be if we know for sure that this thing should consume most of the resources, then we should just let it all go that way without having it split off at all. I don't know. Still don't quite know. No, I think it should still be very sort of similar to what we had before, actually. Like, we pull one off the top, one off the bottom. That'll work. So this one gets prioritized on the right. This one gets prioritized on the left. Like, if we just do that, is that it? Is that the new thing? Is that all we have to do? I feel like that's it, and that's a whole lot simpler. And if you really wanted to go nuts, you could even make sure that, like, you could actually create like a full swap here, right? By going something like this. The first splitter tries to force the lane north. This lane here. And the second splitter tries to force it back south again. Like, it tries to go both directions, but that for the most part just seems unnecessary to me. I think just 4 splitters here. And usually, mostly just 2 would probably be fine, and it'll just be fine. Like, it doesn't need to be complicated anymore. Damn it! Where is all this shit coming from?
Dá uma olhada na fábrica, como é que tá aqui a entrada de coca.
Just seems simpler to me. Less hardware. There's no underground belts. The car had a bigger inventory than I did. Yes, it is a dumpster. And someone will get in it. Someone will get in the car and drive away and be like, "Wow, there's a lot of random stuff. Random stuff in here." I don't know where it came from. I certainly did not pick up a bunch of pipe and a bunch of stuff. I did not pick that stuff up. I have no idea what's causing these desinks, though. Oh, you filled me up for my dead body? Was that all the stuff in my body? Wow, I had a lot of random crap. I was not carrying that many flamethrowers, though. I'm, like, mostly sure. Here. Flamethrowers. Flamethrowers and crap ammo. And a pistol. And heck, I don't even want the submachine gun. I don't want that at all. Okay. So what is the goal here with this thing? This is side loading for to balance the consumption off the lane. And yet, even with that, there's not enough on one side up here. Because, why? Oh, because this is a yellow belt, and it's trying to go onto a red belt.
Okay.
Makes him have a hard time actually unloading. And yet, you go all the way up here, and there's still, like, a ton of speed module gear production. Which, if anything, productivity is actually, I think, mathed out to be better, even on gears in marathon mode. That green circuit belt looks barren. Yeah, you guys remember a few minutes ago when the green circuits were like totally full up and backed up? Now it's looking pretty bleak. So, someone has ramped up consumption somewhere. My guess would be maybe science. Possibly we're getting more red circuit production. Still having desync issues here. I don't know why. Wish that wasn't happening. Why are there long belts of absolutely nothing past the gears? Probably because the way that we're making gears down here, which I have no issue with, because it passes the iron through and then it reconnects the iron in later if it's not used, which is fine. The gear production itself is not enough, though. In marathon mode, gears are even more important to bus because they are 4 plate each. So you gain a ton of compression by crafting your gears before shipping them. But clearly we don't have enough gear production for what we have here. And what doesn't make sense is that if we're gonna make gears somewhere else, then this build up here really shouldn't have gears as part of its stuff. Like this gear production thing, I'm sure it looks pretty and it comes from some design that somebody probably watched on Catherine of Sky video or something. But this is like having remote smelting. This is like, you might as well have, if we're gonna bus gears on marathon mode, we have 4x compression, then we should bus gears and ship them. We should not make them remote, or we should not make them locally. We should not be locally crafting the gears in this case, because it's like let's just ship some iron ore here and we'll remote smelt it or local smelt it. It doesn't make sense, especially not with speed modules. Why are we raising the energy consumption by 100% just to gain 40% production? Where does that math make sense? Like, you want to double your production? There. Just make 2 machines. I've doubled the production, and I didn't have to raise the cost by 100%. Would you rather have twice the production, or 40% more of the production for twice the cost? I want to find that person and sell them some insurance. You know, the person that wants to pay twice as much. What's up, William? What you looking for? You follow me around. Like a lost puppy. What you doing? Hey, it took me a long time to build up that energy. I've only got like 3 solar panels. Two solar panels. Don't kill my batteries. Please. Yeah, I'm at a bit of a loss as to like what we should be working on right now. I feel like the priority, these new splitters are really drawing most of my attention at the moment. I mean, perhaps we should be pushing out and doing more tank pushes and stuff. But I am too kind of drawn to this to pull myself away. This fifth line can't be here. This won't work. This one needs to go away. Where did this come from? I guess we could. I mean, underground belt in vanilla does go farther now with red. It's what, 6 now, I think, is the max? You could do 6, but it just still makes the most sense to me to just go 4, 2 vacant, and then 4, and then 2 vacant, and then 4, and then you can do your over under without having to worry about whether it's red, yellow, or blue. How is it that we're not consuming all this copper now? This one's moving, this one's moving. These ones are... There's the problem. The lines are reversed. Was that done intentionally, or... I know it's being worked on right now, but all three of them were backwards. The spaghetti has been slain. Suddenly we are out of copper. That's good. That was the issue, is that the copper just wasn't being used. That's why it was actually backing up. Medium power lines are like at the very northmost part of the mall. This, why are there even two output lines coming from this thing? Like, what is the purpose of this? It doesn't need two. This produces one red belt. Like, just one. There's only one. Same thing with this. It only produces one. These are one red belt furnace layouts. They make one. So the top one goes on the top. The second one goes on the second one. The third one goes on the third one. Doesn't need to be more complicated than that, I think. This is crazy. What's up with this? Okay. There may have been a purpose to it, but I don't understand it, so I'm gonna remove it and pretend like I know what I'm doing. Destroy someone's beautiful efforts and work. So we don't have four full red belt of input here. I'm not sure where this fourth belt line was coming from, but... Or, I guess we were just kind of somehow miraculously turning seven lines of production into 8 full belt. No, we have 7 full red belt of production available. That's what we produce. You do need the one splitter there to merge the line at the end. If you're going to do the underground thing. Like, if you're not doing the underground thing, then yeah, we can get rid of it, but... I think... I still think that this is probably the way to do it, up here on the top ones. Because inserters still do have a hard time actually placing on belt. So you're supposed to go, like, yellow, yellow, and then merge them at the end with a splitter. Splitter gives you the compression. The inserters use the slower belt to actually place their entities. They place them onto the belt, and then the splitter does the job of making it compressed. Which is why these ones are coming out very compressed, and these ones are not. You can actually already see the effect. I think. Either that, no, these just have no copper. I don't know. I'm not really sure. Remember the top copper line comes down, then goes back up to feed something for no reason. Yeah, this thing here, it does look kind of silly, doesn't it? But it also goes down to the bus, so... I mean, where else does the copper really need to go, aside from feeding green circuits? Like, this is it's almost all going to green circuits. There's a couple of consumers, but like, this whole thing goes all the way down here. Are we really going to bring 4 yellow belt of copper all the way down here to support this? This is it. There it is. The sole consumer of our copper, aside from this little tiny half belt, and then we bleed off a little tiny bit for some solar panels or something. Yeah, it seems a bit excessive. Yeah, the coil. I think in Marathon, does it make sense to bus coil? No, it does not. I was thinking of something else. Or we could play with splitters like all night. Like it's just like the new thing. Like a new mechanic that you can't learn right away. You need to mess with it and experiment a bit. Remember, if one row of furnaces makes one more plate than red belt, then from 8 belts, that's more than half of yellow belt lost. One row of furnaces makes one more plate per second. Yeah, it's a half yellow. But the idea of like trying to make like a whole big huge complicated array to like somehow accommodate that half yellow belt seems kind of silly to me. I'd probably just do where are we being attacked right now? I like how we killed all those biter bases down there, and now the pollution's it's just still spreading. It's just hitting different biter bases, like because they're not there to absorb it. Now it's just being absorbed by everyone else. Like there might not be ever a point where we can stop the spread of our pollution now. It'll just keep going forever. Like we have a lot. 42,000 units of pollution. I have no idea what creates all of our pollution, but it's not a lot. It's not a good thing. There's a lot of it out there. To me, this is the best thing. This is what I wanted out of priority splitters all those days ago when we first started trying to figure out how to make them work with circuit networks. Because I wanted to make sure that I could count on 2 full belts so I could make a build. I know that if the build required 2 full belts, I would have 2 full belts. And then it would work. at the ratio and percentages and numbers of whatever that I'd calculated. So even though we have this left, this is the leftover iron, this will definitely have enough, which is great. And I would even consider, like, just doing something like that every now and then, just to see, like, visually, okay, how much are we down to? What's left? Does this need to be spaced a little bit better? Or can I put them that close? I think I may have built it backwards. I think it actually would need to be like this. That doesn't seem to be doing exactly what I would hope for either. Maybe we need to use both the input prioritization as well.
Co-inserters.
What I'm trying to do right now, I'm just trying to find, like, how can I use the fewest number of splitters to make it take this and just consolidate it down for me into the fewest number of fully compressed belt that I have left over. What's my leftover? How much is it? And what can I use to build from it? You know, is it 1 red belt? Is it 2? It's still not quite doing it right. Put a yellow line at the bottom. I think what's happening right now is that this single tile right here is the problem. It's overloaded. It's got plenty. It's like a full belt. And so then that's what's causing this top one to be full. But because it's full, it can't, like, overload onto this one. I don't know. And for the most part, it is working because you notice the bottom 2 lanes, there's only excess on one side. That just shows we've got uneven consumer somewhere. It's always the left lane that has extra. Not always, but like the vast majority of the time. So I don't know. This might need some further experimentation, but what if we used priority splitters in conjunction with our old system? Maybe there's a way to make both of them work together. Just out of curiosity, if I wire this up, what would happen? I think it would just be worse. And it's because of the sidedness. Because the splitter, yeah. It's just bad. It's just bad, don't do that. Basically. I think. Yeah, it beats me. I don't know. Alright. Well guys, it's almost 11. It's been about 3 hours. About the amount of time that I intended to stream this campaign tonight, so... Fun to get back into it. I'm glad that we've had relative stability. I'm hoping that they do fix the apparent bug with rotation of belt. It'd also be really nice if they could fix the lights turning off too early. Are we actually using productivity on this coal? Why? This just makes them take tons of energy, makes them super slow, and we already get, like, more productivity from the productivity research we've done than these productivity modules give them. I don't know, I don't think that it makes sense to do this. You do get a little bit more coal, but this is the very first resource. Like, you get the most out of using productivity modules on the higher tier stuff. Besides, I think the main reason we were mining this was to make it go away. Because it's right in the center of our bus, you know? We just wanted it to disappear. Alright. Okay, guys. Well, we're gonna take a break here. We'll be playing again. I'm hoping that they patch it soon. I want to thank everyone who's been coming and joining. We're at pretty solid, like 50-ish players tonight. It has been a while since we played last, so I did expect a little bit of a lower turnout. But I feel pretty good. It's a very defensible base now. And the behemoths are manageable. We are not dead. And the tank run was very fun. I enjoyed that. Perhaps next time we should try to make it a bigger thing. We should have that be like a project at the beginning, is to like create the military compound where we divert resources and we have like 20 tanks in their little stalls lined up with ammo, and then we can just like say, okay, everyone stop screwing with the factory. We're going on offense. Come with us. And that could be really cool. It'd be like an EVE Online mass multiplayer battle or something where we just take 100 players in tanks and go murdering biters. That'd be great. Alright. Okay. Well, thanks. Thanks for coming, guys. I gotta go to bed. I'll see you later on. See you in a bit.